All right. I think I have things set this time around. Normally when I get ready and get going, that's when my kitty cats wake up and decide they want attention. It's always crazy. They always seem to know when I'm about to go live. Get a quick drink of water here to wet the whistle before I get going. Let's see. Get this set right. Get that set right. Bring the music down a hair as I let this play on out. I kind of like this particular track. I don't know what it is about it. Let's see. If I do this. Yeah, that's all right. Well, hello everyone out there. Hope you're all doing well tonight, tomorrow, later today, yesterday, whenever, wherever you are. Now just go ahead and bring that down and kill it. There it is, right there. All right, what am I doing here? Well, I'm going to push this button and make that do that. All right. Or do I want to go back to this? Yeah, this is what it's all about tonight. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight, whether you're live, you're lurking, or you're catching me on a replay. Tonight is going to be kind of random as I chat about some stuff, namely a few articles on Star Wars, the gift that keeps on giving, whether we want it or not. Oh, in the chat, I want to say hi to the first one out of the gate, Lemon Pie. Hello there, Lemon Pie. Good to see you here tonight. Let's see. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I can do that. That looks a little bit better there. So yeah, so there I was doing some stuff. I keep telling myself I'm going to stick to a regular schedule or start at like 10 p.m. my time. Of course, real life being what it is and the demands I get away from YouTube. Oh, that throws a wrench into everything, and I don't always start on the same time I want to start. Or sometimes I could just be so dead tired that I'm not even up to live streaming. I hope to change that in the near future, but for now, it's like Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturdays still being my comic book afternoon live streams on Saturdays, and then if I have the energy for it, Monday nights, and if I have the energy for it, Wednesday nights, such as tonight. Of course, by the time I really get going here, it'll be Thursday. And then I'll have to like go to sleep, wake up, and do everything all over again. But yeah, what I'm going to be chatting about tonight is I'm going to be sharing something neat I came across on eBay that kind of brought back memories. I'm going to be trying out a little 4-pack of jigsaw puzzles I thought was neat. And then I'm going to be sharing some articles about Star Wars and the blame game Star Wars has. And you guessed it by the thumbnail. Let's face it. The problem with Star Wars is the fans. That's the tried and true tactic of blaming the fans when your ratings go down. But before I get into that, let's see, what do I want to do? I want to go here. And then I want to start the camera. Aha, there it goes. And as I try to clean up my desk here, because it's a mess, all the stuff I was doing earlier. No, that's not going to work. All right, so what I got in store tonight is, what is this? A 4-pack of Star Wars puzzles. I look for things like this off of eBay or wherever I can find them. It was like, if I can find them cheap, really cheap, I'll pick them up. Another thing I came across was a radio series. Well, if you've ever listened to like audio plays, audio books, or the old-fashioned uh, radio plays, this is what this, or that, blah 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 blah. I can't talk. It's been a very long day, so I'll try to get this out. This is Ruby 2. It is by ZBS Productions. It is a 4-disc, 4-hour-long radio play, Ruby 2, the further adventures of a galactic gumshoe. So the title character being Ruby, a kind of detective adventurer who goes on crazy quests and whatnot. I first came across this like 20 some odd years ago. A friend of mine had it. We listened to it on a road trip, and just it was hysterical. It's a great, if you like something entertaining, something that you can laugh at, it's crazy. Ruby 2, I've already listened to the first disc on this. It brought back so many memories. As you can see, 4-disc set here. That's kind of a recommendation. I don't remember that. I kind of remember bits and pieces of it, but it's hard to explain. You can probably find like an introduction video to Ruby 2 someplace on YouTube's and check that out. I'm going to set that aside there. Just something I thought, hey, that's neat, and the price is really good on that particular thing. So what we got here is the crinkly sound of plastic as I just happen to have some scissors at my desk for a change. There we go. Okay, it's kind of dull scissors, but they got the job done. And my kitty cats are, for the most part, being quiet. There we go. And that gets tossed on the floor so I can pick it up later. All right, so this is a 4-pack Star Wars puzzles. We have Yoda, Luke Skywalker, Stormtrooper, and Darth Vader. What is this? This is they measure 5 inches by 4.5 inches. It's got the Disney logo on it. It's, I guess Cardinal is like the main name brand to it. So yeah, I'm going to be working on that while, let's see if I can do this here. Is this, no, this is not what I want. This is what I want, I think. Or that. All right. So there are a number of articles I wanted to get into as I work on my puzzle and chat about stuff. The very first one is, let me see if I can magnify this here. There we go. This is, of course, one of the many Forbes articles that came out there that everybody was discussing, like, oh, it's Forbes, and they're talking about The Acolyte, the show that is the topic of discussion for many a people. I don't know if that goes there or not. That could go there. That could go there. That could go there. The Acolyte's 15% audience score is embarrassing. or the audience scores. Yes, right off the bat. It's like, oh, something happens you don't like. Oh, who can we shift the blame to? Who can we attack? The fans. Yeah, let's go after the fans. That's always easy to do. So when your movie or TV show underperforms or doesn't perform all that well, you can always go after the fans. Let's see. As I scroll down, this is pretty bad here. I mean, of course, everybody's looking at the uh, Rotten Tomatoes score here. When I first checked out the Rotten Tomatoes score for The Acolyte, it was actually a bit higher. It was like 26 or 23%. Oh, go away. There we go. Oh boy, I tried reading through this article earlier, but it was pretty rough. But here we go. While Star Wars has had many controversies in the Disney era, viewers have now mobilized a fleet of TIE bombers. Oh boy. To obliterate user scores of the Acolyte wherever possible. Who wrote this article? Who wrote this article? Okay, senior contributor. Okay, he probably thought this particular line was funny in his head. I have previously reported, as the article says, that this started right at release as the Acolyte quickly became the lowest audience rated Star Wars project besides the infamous holiday special. Now its former 33% score has dipped below the special's 20% score and is all the way down to 15%. Yes, that is a shame. Lemon Pie in the chat saying, I was a big Star Wars fan from childhood up even into the prequels. The sequels put the fire out for me. Yes, I'm going to say the same thing. I was also a big fan of Star Wars from childhood up till recently. Let's see. I'm not going to go into this article in depth. It's kind of just it's if it's one, it's half dozen other articles, all the same, all attacking the fans. Like, oh, look at the fans are being toxic, whiny crybabies. They can't take it. Or as I actually made a meme for Game of Thrones a long time ago when Game of Thrones was big and it collapsed. I made this Muppets type meme for Game of Thrones with that. Who are those two old guys at the theater? Statler and Waldorf. The meme was, so did Game of Thrones subvert your expectations? One of them replied, yes, I was expecting it to be good. I should have pulled that meme up and shared with y'all, but it's someplace. So Disney Star Wars is, of course, very much like Game of Thrones in that it's awful. It unfortunately subverted everyone's expectations. We were expecting good stuff. The fans were hoping for something good. All right. Yoda. One of the puzzles here that I'm working on is Yoda. And gee, I wonder which pieces go to the Yoda puzzle. That might be tough. I don't know. That just might be part of the Yoda puzzle there. But anyway, as I'm going back to the article and not being a little silly here about that, that is a lot of Yoda pieces. That's crazy. But anyway, I'm kind of trying to get all these sorted here, and that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right either. Now, why is it that some of these don't have all the pieces? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, kind of. This is going to be a completely random night. I've been out of the live streaming loop, so to speak. I figured if I don't keep live streaming, I will forget how to. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes has previously tried to curb review bombing. Yes, yes. When normal everyday fans post reviews on something they don't like and it's noticeable, it's called review bombing, and they can't take it. They call it review bombing, put a negative connotation to it, and say, no, no, that's not real fans. That's got to be misinformation or bots or what have you. It's like it can't be real. People really can't dislike the show that much, can they? Let's see. Why is this happening? There are a bunch of dimensions to this, and none of them good. There's absolutely a. Oh, yes, this is the start of it. This is one of the many straw man arguments I've seen from one article to the next, where they put up a straw man type argument to say, oh, this is why people don't like this TV show. It's racial or it's gender bias. Let's see. Of course, you got the most very famous quote here of one of the stars of the show saying they want to make white people cry. No, no, you just make people in general tune out. Nobody's crying. It's just we don't have to watch your stupid show. Let's see. Showrunner Leslie Headland, who has a lot of baggage. Well, I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not even going to get into all that. I'm just going to take it to. I'm just going to keep it to the fandom and how toxic we are. Yes, we are toxic fans because we don't want their versions of Star Wars. Yes, as Lemon Pie says, Disney playbook, fill out a checkmark cast. Then anytime anybody has a legitimate criticism, call them bigoted. Yes, bigoted, or what's the combination term? Istophobe. Yes, if you don't like it, you're an istophobe. Now, I haven't even really watched any of this Star Wars acolyte. I have not watched one bit, aside from clips here and there that people have posted. I have not watched one episode of it, and I really have no desire to watch an episode of The Acolyte. It's quite plain to me that the show was not intended for me. As many will say, it's not intended for, I don't know, general. I don't know what to say. It's like oh, we want to do this with the show, and it's not for a certain group, so we're going to attack the group that doesn't like it. I don't know where that goes. Of course, the article. What clips I have seen of it is pretty bad. The acting, the production values, the costuming, the makeup is really bad. I mean, cosplayers do a better job than Disney is doing right now. And that should be quite shameful, Disney. Go to any Comic-Con or fan convention and you will find cosplayers who put more effort into their cosplays than Disney does in their multi-million-dollar productions. So I'm trying to figure this puzzle out, going, oh, where does this go? What does this do? Where does this piece go? Is that it? Oh, that's it. Okay. Aha. That's a piece that goes somewhere. Let's see. This was a pretty short article. This is one Forbes article. It's talking about the fans review bombing, and that stupid pop-up player goes away. Yes, yes, we toxic fans have mobilized a fleet of TIE bombers. Yes, it's pretty silly. Then there's this one, yet another Forbes article, The Acolyte Episode 3 Controversy Explained. Episode 3 of Disney's newest Star Wars series, The Acolyte, introduces a new group of Force users to the galaxy, sparking backlash from some fans who accuse the series of breaking canon. Oh, yeah, I think they did a lot more than break canon. And now I seem to be getting something going on about my browser having lost connection to the live stream. So I'm going to check things out. Nope, I'm still live. I'm still live. Okay, good, good. All of all of a sudden, I saw this little message pop up saying the browser has lost connection with your live stream. Something could be off. Of course, we've got fans' comments. Oh, this is the start of it. This is where I saw it. 26% audience score. Female Kevin. I don't really have a problem with what they're trying to do. It's just the way they went about it. And yes, it did break canon. It does break canon. And of course, you go and attack fans over dislike of alphabet themes here. The anti woke fans. Let's see, there was one point. I don't know if it was this article or another one that had yet another straw man argument that did the Acolyte really break Star Wars canon? Maybe, question mark. No, I'm saying that's a yes. That is a yes. Here it is. At this point, Star Wars canon has been broken so many times it looks like crackle glass. Only recently has Star Wars canon been broken repeatedly. And that's been almost since the start. From the very start, when Disney bought Lucasfilm from George Lucas, when Disney bought Star Wars as a property and wanted to do their own thing with it, they quickly decanonized everything. Irritated, annoyed the fan base. Let's see here, as I'm kind of skimming down this article, as the writer of this article goes on about many of the movies has retconned plot points made in previous entries, such as Rey becoming Palpatine's granddaughter. Again, this is a very weak straw man argument. Again, this is Disney. This is Disney's interpretation of Star Wars. C-3PO being invented by Anakin. I don't consider that I don't know if that's a retcon or not. Could be. I'm simply not that knowledgeable about the origins of C3PO, unless it's something in the extended universe novels that I missed. That is a possibility because I have not read them all. But I honestly did not mind that. That's kind of a weak point. And then Boba Fett surviving his grisly death. Again, something that happened in a novel to keep the character alive. That's not a big deal. People did not mind this. What people did mind was Rey Palpatine. Potentially good character, but terribly weak writing. Rey, as a character, could have been a very good character. Let's see. It goes on. Other retcons have proved immensely popular. Darth Vader being Luke Skywalker's father. Whether it was a retcon, I don't know about that. Again, this goes back to the George Lucas era as he was writing it, as he was trying to figure out where the characters stood, the characters' relationship with one another. Leia being Luke's sister. That's not a retcon. That's more of a character development and plot point. Not what I would call a retcon, but again, these are very weak arguments to kind of spin and attack the audience. And Star Wars canon is just a suggestion. Yes, now it is. Now it is under Disney leadership. If you just ignore what happened in the previous 20, 30, 40 years of Star Wars lore, yes, canon is just a suggestion. Let's see. One of the biggest reasons why there is so much friction within the Star Wars fandom is the clashing expectations between old and new fans. I don't know. I can't speak to that. Expectations. Yeah, old fans were expecting something good. What Disney has been giving us is not good. They have moved so far away from what Star Wars was, it's not even funny. And yeah, this is a weak article. This is a very weak article. Let's see, yet another Forbes article here. Fans think a new Acolyte episode changes Star Wars lore as supposed lesbian witch plot goes viral, but others say it makes sense. I don't even care. I just don't care. It's like hats off to anyone and everyone watching Acolyte to review it. I just don't have the time and energy to put into it anymore. I'm just going to look at this and kind of lament about where Star Wars started and where it is now. Episode 3 of The Acolyte follows the origin story of protagonists May and Osha. Who cares? 16 years before the main events of the series take place. Big whoop. My initial reactions to it. Oh, in the chat, I see Lemon Pie saying having Palpatine return in Rise of Skywalker was ridiculous. Yes. Yes, it was. They didn't even handle it well. I mean, if you look at, like, what was it? The Dark Empire comic books that handled Palpatine's return as a clone, where his consciousness shuffled from one clone body to another. That at least I could understand. I could wrap my mind around that. But how they did it in A Rise of Skywalker, or should we say more appropriately, Rise of Palpatine, that was just convoluted. Let's see. Skips down. I was reading this article earlier trying to find. No, this was a quick article. All right. Some things here that you're going to make divisive toward the fan base. Series creator Leslie Headland gave to the rap in which they joked they made the gayest installment in the Star Wars universe. Old school fans, more conservative leaning fans don't want this. Star Wars is so gay already. No, it's not. And of course, I imagine they were just joking about this, but yeah, it's like, no, nobody cares. Nobody cares. When I think of Star Wars, I think of the classic struggle between good and evil. I think of the classic hero's journey with Luke Skywalker, a young kid, small town kid, trying to grow, find his place in life. He goes on one wild adventure after another, finds a mentor and Obi-Wan, makes new friends, gets involved in something larger than himself, real character development. See, what else could you say about old school Star Wars? As I share Rotten Tomatoes news. Oh, this is even lower. Look at that, 14%. Wow. Let me try refreshing this real quick here. So, no, it's at 14%. So it went from like 33% to 26% to 22% to 15%. Now I'm guessing it's steady at 14% there. Of course, top critics are going to rave about it. But yes, this is where the fans got in their tie bombers and did strafing runs on the reviews here, and it's like, how much lower can it get? I mean, it is telling that that really bad Star Wars holiday special was at 20%, full of cringe. Acolyte has gone well below that. Well, what was I saying about what I thought about old Star Wars? No, old Star Wars was escapism. It was, you had strong characters, you had wonderful plots, you had a nice action, good pacing. You had a roguish character in Han Solo who went through his own character development. A rogue, a pirate, scoundrel, only cared about himself and his friend Chewbacca. But as his character went along from one movie to the next, his character developed. He started caring about others. He started, much like Luke, getting involved in something much larger than himself. Han Solo also gained more responsibilities in the rebellion. He also had some rather substantial character development that was quite undone in the Disney sequel trilogy. Everything that Han Solo went through was undone by Disney. His growth as a character, his growth as a leader, somebody who took on responsibility, someone who realized that people looked up to him as a leader. And of course, I won't even get into all of the lore between Han Solo and Princess Leia because I'll be here for like 2 or 3 hours just discussing that alone. Now, everything in all of the extended universe novels, the Timothy Zahn novels, the Han Solo trilogy novels from what was it, the 80s and 90s? I forget exactly when, but even Princess Leia had a great deal of character development, and Disney comes along, throws that all to the side, decanonizes it, and so they can pretty much do their own thing. Which leads me to, let's see, a couple of more Star Wars articles here that I'm going to share. And this is where the the blame game for Star Wars started a couple of years back, I think. Then it's kind of ramped up since then. And the Acolyte really kicked it into high gear. This is a slashfilm.com article saying it's time to stop letting a vocal minority of toxic fans ruin Star Wars. Yes, yes. If you don't like Disney Star Wars, you are a vocal minority and you're a toxic fan. And you are going to ruin Star Wars. Yes, you and me. Everybody. If you don't care for Disney, you're going to ruin Star Wars. I don't know how. I'm not making the decisions for Disney. I didn't make any decisions on who they hired to direct and who they hired to write. Nobody asked me if they thought hiring Ryan Johnson to direct a movie was a good idea or not. Let's see. I was going over this article a little bit, but it's like a attack piece against fandoms who don't like. Yeah, well, The Last Jedi right here. That was where it started. That when you hire a director who comes out and says he wants to deliberately direct a movie that's going to be divisive to the fan base, you're going to get The Last Jedi. Let's see. Social media is not real life. This is not the way. Oh, yes. Yes, here it is. The last bit of this article. It's time to rebel, as this article says. So, what should the reasonable and passionate Star Wars fans of the world do about this? To me, it's about not turning to the dark side. Yes, not turning to the dark side where we toxic fans are. No, you're obviously much more reasonable. Instead, we should focus on being positive. Yes, I'm quite positive myself. I'm positive Disney Star Wars is crap. It's just one attack piece after another. It's like, oh, look, people don't like it. We should attack the fans. Let's see. Lemon Pie saying the sequels were lazy writing. Yes. Oh, they were horrendously lazy writing. Iconic that their photo was when Yoda burns. Uh, yes. Yes, that was a great scene, wasn't it? Where the ancient Jedi texts burn up in that fire, and Yoda basically says something to along the lines of Rey not needing them. She already knows everything. It's like, yeah, she knows it all. She doesn't need ancient Jedi texts. She knows everything. The wooden cardboard cutout character known as Rey knows it all already. She doesn't need character growth. She doesn't need training or development. And that's the last Star Wars article before I get back to my jigsaw puzzle. Oh yes, The Last Jedi was terrible, but I thought The Force Awakens was weak as well. Yeah, I went into. I remember being incredibly disappointed with The Force Awakens. I went into it hoping for something good. It was Disney. George Lucas was at the time. I thought he was really involved. When I saw Force Awakens, I thought this is just a rehash of what Lucas has already done. There's nothing new. They're bringing nothing new to the table with The Force Awakens. Nothing new there. Let's see. We're moving right along with Star Wars toxic fans keep proving they are the worst. This is giantfreakingrobot.com. This says it's published 2 weeks ago, so this is pretty current. These other articles I was looking at were like a couple of years back, 2 or 3 years back. The Forbes articles, of course, were pretty recent. Yeah, this is where the fans don't like the actors. Apparently, for some reason, people didn't like Jake Lloyd. People didn't like Hayden Christensen. People didn't like Daisy Ridley. It's like, no, no. More lazy straw man arguments to put up to attack the passionate fans, the fans that really do care about Star Wars as a franchise, and those of us Gen Xers who are in our 40s and 50s at this point were probably around when Star Wars came out on the big screen and saw it in a theater. No, these are terrible arguments. This is like when you can't think of legitimate arguments, you make weak straw man arguments and attack the fans that way. Well, one of the many ways you do it. Lemon Pie saying, you like Daisy Ridley, but the sequel still sucked. Yeah, yeah. I didn't have a problem with the casting. I liked Daisy Ridley. I liked oh goodness, the character, the actors' names all escape me now, but Oscar Isaac, I liked him. I liked the other guy. My goodness. It's been a long day. John Boyega, yes. Thank you, Lemon Pie. Lemon Pie to the rescue. John Boyega. Yes, I liked him. I liked his character Finn. And early on, when we were seeing concept art and posters, there was John Boyega's character Finn with a lightsaber. I got excited about that. I thought that was cool. Let's have another ex stormtrooper turned Jedi, or somebody who may be a Jedi. That could have been interesting. Instead, Disney gave us what Disney wanted to give us. I'm probably saying you can see in interviews, Daisy and John actually didn't love the directions the sequels went with the story. Yeah. Notably, I seem to remember one article Daisy had where she was filming the last movie and she was uncertain about her character, Rey. She didn't know if Rey was going to be a Skywalker related to Obi-Wan Kenobi or be a Palpatine. Even halfway through filming, she didn't know that. It's like there's clearly no direction, no planned direction to that. Of course, we all know that now. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes. No, that's like you even get to the point where you start thinking, how do we save Star Wars? Are fans even really invested in Star Wars anymore? It'd be kind of sad if Star Wars died because of all this, but that's kind of where we are at the point. At this point, it's nobody really cares where they take it, what they do with it. I certainly don't care. I find myself really not caring about it one way or the other. Lemon Pie commenting, the casting was great. Adam Driver was good. Yes, yes. The last film, Adam Driver, he put a lot more effort into the character. It almost felt like he actually cared about his character and what his character was doing. I don't blame him for the first two movies because honestly, the first movie, I refer to Adam Driver's character as Darth Temper Tantrum. It's like, oh look, it's Darth Temper Tantrum. He's throwing another fit. Oh yay, that's nice. Yeah, the storyline was terrible. Lemon Pie says, "Yep, indeed, very very bad." But it is what happens when you decanonize stuff and decide you want to go do your own thing. This is what happens. I don't know where this goes. I don't know what that is. What am I doing? I'm doing the. Okay, I'm doing the red puzzle here. I am doing the red puzzle. So there's Yoda. Yoda was easy. As I yammered on about stuff. Basically, this is where we are as a fandom. So like we're just left with that hollow, empty feel in the pit of our stomachs. Like Star Wars is dead. Disney is never going to bring it back, or not. Well, they're never really going to do it justice, I should say. Not quite to the point where I want to say Star Wars is dead, because I have plenty of old media for Star Wars, comic books, the old classic movies, the novels that I will get around to reading and rereading. Okay, I don't know where the rest of that is. That is a mystery. I know. Consult the box. What does the box say? Lemon Pie says, I watched Rise of Skywalker and I was both bored and disgusted at the same time. Yes. Yes. Felt like a poor fan film. Oh, yes. Very much so. Very much so. No, that was it right there. I mean, I liked how Disney decanonized everything and then decided, oh, we're going to pick this, that, and the other thing to put into our movies. That piece does not go there. It's like, no, no, we don't have any real lore to borrow from. It's unfortunate that we don't have any lore to borrow from. Some such quote that Kathleen Kennedy famously says, like, no, we just don't have anything to go on. We just had to make it up as we went along. Now, what they try to do is ignore the past, ignore everything that made Star Wars great, and instead put out their own cookie cutter cardboard characters. They're poorly written, poorly defined characters. Now, I'm certainly not blaming the actors because, again, great casting. What could have been awesome, but what I really dislike about it is so much wasted potential. If you say what's something really bad about Star Wars is, well, Disney Star Wars is the sheer wasted potential. What could have been, What would have been, could have been, should have been, all that is like, no. Number of actors have unfortunately passed along, and we will never again have those actors on screen at the same time ever again. That is where we are with Disney Star Wars. Those two pieces look like they go together, but they don't look like they go together. That's weird. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to mess around with these puzzles a little bit longer, and then I'm going to share some really fun things. I've had some, let's see, what do I want to do? I want to make that go away as I continue on with this, because there's some really fun things I came across this past week. One of the newer K dramas I quite enjoyed. There's and when I want to enjoy something, I'll go back to a K drama or even an older TV show I've enjoyed years past, and I'll rewatch something or I'll check out something new. That does not go there. That looked like it went there, but it doesn't go there. Okay. I know. This is supposed to be a stormtrooper. Okay. That doesn't look right. What is that? Okay. Now that's right. That is the left side of that. Oh, it's pretty bad when I have to go to foreign TV shows to find something entertaining. Oh, this helps. When they put Lucasfilm down here in the corner, well, that's that corner right there. That helps. That is somewhere there. I still want to put this guy here, but that doesn't look right. No, that goes there. Okay. That's neat. Now there's plenty of conversations to be had about Star Wars or even lore in general. Be an interesting conversation. I may work up into a future live stream about canon lore, expectations of different fandoms. Because usually in the past, when people give critiques about a franchise or a movie or whatnot, a common retort is somebody might come along and say something like, it's just a movie or just a TV show. Why are you getting so worked up over it? So it could really go into something about why entertainment as a whole is important to society. What is it about our entertainment that is so important that fans, like many of us, get worked up when TV shows we've enjoyed over the years get really messed up? Well, like good examples, of course, are Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who. Doctor Who has suffered a good number of injustices over the years. It is an interesting thing to think about. It's like, why is it important to society as a whole that we have quality entertainment? Why do we get worked up when franchises are effectively trashed? Does that really go there? I don't know if that goes there or not. That could go there. Oh, that goes there. That goes there. There we go. That does not go there. Ah. Nope. This is not right. There's it. All right, there we go. Aha. All right, so that's the stormtrooper. Last puzzle before I share the K-drama of the night. I was on a K-drama kick quite a number of months ago, and it felt like there was I don't know what you'd say, a drought. Oh, as I knock over a camera lens, as I reposition my microphone and knock over everything on my desk. Sometimes I feel like there's only so many times I can sit back and rewatch Babylon 5, even though I love Babylon 5. There might be only so many times I can sit back and rewatch Farscape, even though I love Farscape. Ha! This might go along pretty easy as well. Maybe. Nope. There's some parts missing there. There are only so many times I can sit back and rewatch Star Wars TOS or even some Star Wars TNG. So I've been looking for either new or old TV shows that I've never watched before, and it's usually turned out to be foreign TV shows, whether it's K dramas, J dramas, shows from England or Germany, what have you. Aha. I've been on a K drama kick here recently. This one is moving, this puzzle's moving along pretty quick here. Again, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight, whether you're live or you're just lurking out there or you catch me on a replay. This is kind of what I do. I talk about stuff. Share some somewhat interesting articles here and there. This puzzle does not feel right. Or sometimes I will bore people and put together a badly made puzzle. But there it is. There we go. Finished puzzle. So that was, well, that was entertaining. Those aren't bad. I could frame those somehow. I don't know if I've got plenty of frames around. I can either put them together like that and have them all in one frame or frame them individually. But yeah. For the Star Wars fan, this wasn't bad. I have others around here, floating around here someplace. But yeah, that's not bad at all. All right. What do I want to do? I want to share with y'all before I call it a night because I can feel myself running out of steam here. Oh, yeah. Just checked what time it was. How about that? All right. Let's see. I want to do what I want to do. I'm going to do this. And then I'll go and do this right here. Here we go. Stop the camera. Go back to my old icon there. There we go. All right. So this is from Chief Detective 1958, a series I just finished on Hulu. A wonderful K drama. If you enjoy K dramas, you probably have a lot of K dramas you've enjoyed over the years. I've been slowly working up like a top 10. I was thought about working up a top 10, but that quickly became like a top 20 because there are a number of really good K dramas out there, just really entertaining, depending on if you want sci-fi or uh, police procedural type K dramas. There's a number of them out there. Let's see. This one, like I said, was Chief Detective 1958. This article, I don't know what this is. Pinkvilla.com entertainment. I don't know. Lee J. Hoon's Chief Detective 1958 records highest nationwide ratings. Very cool. There's a skip down through the article here. I quite enjoyed this. This hit on all cylinders to me. It was well paced, well acted, good strong cast, good production values. The storyline was good, easy to follow. Acting was really good. Chief Detective 1958 is a brand new ongoing K drama that is garnering a lot of attention from the audience. The plot of the show follows four detectives who work on solving the most complicated cases. You start off with this character right here. He's like a small town police detective who's known for catching a lot of cow thieves and whatnot. So he gets transferred from his small hometown to big town Seoul, South Korea. And he quickly has to make a name for himself, not only with the other fellow police detectives that he's working with, but he's also having to make his mark with the criminals in the town as well. So I take a quick drink of water there. Now this is a really enjoyable show. I watched the last episode of it 2 days ago, and I'm still wanting more from this show. This is easily a top 10 for my K drama fan list. Let's see as it goes down here. It's set in the year 1958, hence the name Chief Detective 1958. That's when the series starts. It goes from 1958 to like 1960, 1962, and there's some flash forwards as the main character kind of reflects back on his past achievements. Let's see. Starring Lee Jae-hoon in the lead role. He has previously worked in some of the major shows such as Taxi Driver, Move to Heaven, Signal, Tomorrow with You, Where Stars Land, and more. I've seen Taxi Driver. That was also a really good K drama. And then I had recently finished Signal, which is also really good. Let's see. The plot follows The plot follows Detective Park Young Han, who is an expert at apprehending petty thieves and bringing them justice. However, fate has bigger plans for him as he comes across three detectives with unique skills, and they decide to team up to solve cases. Set in the 50s and 60s, the storyline focuses on solving crimes without modern technology like profiling or CCTV, which adds an element of challenge and suspense, allowing the characters to rely on their innate skills and intuition. thereby creating a more engaging and unpredictable plot. Also, very enjoyable. Like I said, I finished this show 2 days ago and I'm still wanting more. Great action, great cast of actors, characters, excellent plot pacing. Let's see where you can find it. You can find it on Hulu. That's where I watched it. It was subtitled. For those of you who are looking for subtitles with your K dramas, this one's subtitled. Some of them are becoming more and more of them are being dubbed, I do believe. Lemon pie. Take care. You need to head out. That's cool. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to wrap things up pretty soon as I wind down for the evening, but very cool to see you here. Thank you for catching my live stream tonight. Oh, DJ Ronnie G. Hello there. Oh, very cool to see you in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, I watched. Oh, you just got here. Oh, goodness. Just as I'm about to wind down for the evening. Unfortunately, it's a relatively short live stream at a little over an hour, so hopefully you'll find it entertaining if you go back and rewatch it. But it's good to see you here after all. Let's see. Checking out asianwiki.com, what they current user rating for Chief Detective 1958 is at 93 out of 623 votes. So yeah, this is a pretty well received show. And then as I kind of hop over to my K drama list that I kind of made on IMDb, I still have Vincenzo as my all-time favorite K drama. I kind of made a little list here when I was trying to make like a top 10 K drama list. So this list is not in my top 10 order. But anybody wanting recommendations for TV shows, K dramas, Vincenzo, my number one. Let's see. A Wonderful Sight is a good one. Cafe in Minam Dong is a good one. Flex X Cop. Let's see. Stranger, also a good one. I think there were 2 seasons of Stranger. Signal. Mr. Queen was very funny. If you like comedies, you'll enjoy Mr. Queen. Lawless Lawyer was an excellent one. Let's see. Moving was a good one. Chief Detective, which I just added. DJ Ronnie G saying you've been fighting with your Blu-ray XL drive. Okay. I hope you get it working. Is it like a drive for your computer? Or a set-top Blu-ray player? Good luck getting it sorted out. Let's see. I've been enjoying a you can still play and back up regular Blu-rays. Gotcha. But your 4K and HDRs are saying F you. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. When they make a drive, when they make the drive make an ugly noise. Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, good luck getting that all sorted out. Recently, I made a purchase of a region-free Blu-ray player that was 4K region free, and I've really surprised how well that worked. Being able to throw in uh, any Blu-ray or DVD from any region and just having it play. It's quite enjoyable to have it work the way it's supposed to work. You might get a second one, so you have diversity in disc. Yes, yes. When diversity and disc compatibility is good, yes. Yeah. I was fortunate enough a few years back to find a region free or multi-region Blu-ray player that can play the 4K stuff. That was a good buy. That was like a Christmas present to myself 2 or 3 years back. Let's see. I don't want to look at that thumbnail. I want to do so yeah. This is what I did this evening. Played around with some puzzles. Talked a little bit about this radio play I came across on eBay at a good price. Ruby 2 brought back a lot of memories from way back when. Like I said, I caught this, first listened to this like 25 years ago, maybe closer to 30 at this point. I don't know. But Ruby 2 it's a radio play set in kind of a futuristic sci-fi setting. You got your detective type drama, quite enjoyable. I'm going to enjoy listening to this again and having some nostalgia from it. Did these kind of neat little puzzles. They're not terribly difficult, but yeah, it's just something Star Wars related I wanted to get and play with as I talk about one of the worst TV shows ever put on TV, and that being Star Wars Acolyte. Oh, hello there, low spec Linux laptop. You get one with a 10-year-old firmware, even better. Okay, yeah. DJ Ronnie G saying, yeah, you picked up cheap enough LG. Okay, okay, gotcha. Okay, worked on your 4K discs up till recently. Yeah, might be time to get a new set top player. It is good that some of them are coming down in price. I haven't priced them recently. I know at one time, getting a good Blu-ray, region-free Blu-ray player that could even play like 4K region-free, those are pretty expensive. Probably still are. Oh, DJ Ronnie G saying you XL support the 100-ish gigabyte media. Oh, okay. Wow, 100 gig media? Oh, is that the I was looking into that at one time for my desktop for a backup solution, the M Drive media, the Millennium discs, or discs that are supposed to last like a couple of 100 years. The BDXL ROM media. Aha. There's a lot I have not kept up with recently. I know at one time when I was thinking about having some kind of backup media for my media, get stuff off of my hard drive and make backups. I was looking at those M discs. I forget now who put those out. M discs like LG and a few others. Yeah, quite a few places make backup solutions for archiving media. M disk as I type into the browser. Yeah, millennial disc is a write once optical disc technology introduced in 2009. Yeah. Yeah, those stone discs. Yeah, they're supposed to be ceramic. I was pricing them. I was going to buy a one of them at one time, but then the computer shop I was going to purchase it from went out of business. It's like, okay, I'll just go on with backing stuff up to external drives and not worry about millennia discs or whatever. But just checking the time. Okay, I'm going to have to wind things up because I've got an early morning. Let's see. Let's see who all. I want to shout out everyone that showed up for tonight. I appreciate you all joining me tonight. First one out of the gate, lemon pie. And then DJ Ronnie G joining in. Thank you very much. Then low spec Linux laptop. Very cool to see you here. Oh, goodness. Hello, Killy Chow. So good to see you in the chat tonight as I'm about to as, a, as I'm about to end my live stream for tonight. But it's good to see you here. Thank you all for joining me. It's very good to see you all joining me tonight. Hopefully, as I get things settled in real life, as I try to get a somewhat decent schedule on YouTube ironed down, I will be live streaming more. But yeah, let's see. Keely Chow. Everybody's talking about archival technology. Very cool. Oh, taking apart your Seagate. Get to those pretty platters. Yeah. Yeah, shiny platters and the magnets are cool. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me tonight. It is awesome seeing y'all here. Hopefully, I will live stream in the very near future. I don't know what I'll do. I kind of make it up as I go along. I don't really have any set topics. Of course, I do regularly live stream or co-host on the Comic Relief Crusader show Tuesdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, so you can catch me there. I normally do a Saturday afternoon show where I talk about comic books and all things comic book related. Usually try to get that going at 2 p.m. Saturdays, 2 p.m. Central Time. I'll probably have the opportunity to do a comic book live stream this coming Saturday. I don't know what on yet. There's certainly a lot of stuff going out there in the world of comic books and comic book related things, but I'll probably think of something. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Until next time, everyone. Later.